guys, for today's video I wanted to show you my no makeup look. So this is a makeup I do when I really don't want to do a lot of makeup. I don't want it to look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup, but I want to put a little something on. So like today when I've got, you know, this huge breakout scab here from me really way too hard and making it 100 times worse, I want to cover that up. I want to look glowy and fresh. I did apply self-tanner and on my face, so I'm looking a little bit splotchy just because my face tends to look a little bit splotchy when I do self-tan until it fully develops. So I want to show you guys how I kind of do makeup that looks like you're not wearing makeup. So that's what this video is. I think the first thing that's super important for this is skincare. So I've prepped my skin already. You want to do your cleanser, your serums, your moisturizer. I like to use the Santosha moisturizer, so I went in with that. It's going to be a skin focused type of look since we're not going to be putting on a ton of makeup. So this is going to be a lot of cream products because they just look the most natural. The more powder you put on, the less natural it looks. So the first thing that I'm going to do, and this will be no surprise to anybody, is going in with the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. I want to give my face a nice glowy base right away, just so that my skin can look nice and fresh underneath. And then I've actually just been kind of rubbing this in with my fingers. I use my fingers a lot when I'm trying to do a natural look because I feel like it kind of just blends into the skin really easily and warms up and looks just like the most like no makeup. Another tip, you guys, that I think is so helpful when you are doing a no makeup look, but you still want to feel good, is put a light layer of self-tanner on your face the night before or in the morning or whatever it is, just so you kind of have that bronze glow, because I feel like we all feel a little bit better when we have a little bit of a tan. So that is something I love to do when I know I'm going to do kind of a no makeup look. So just to kind of even out my skin tone, I'm going to do a very light layer of my Complexion Rescue from Bare Minerals. I have the shade Tan 07, and I'm going to do a lot less today. I'm going to do about this much. Don't want barely any coverage on my face, just like enough to make sure everything is smooth looking and there's no like blotchiness from my tan or anything like that. So the next thing I like to do is use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer because it's just a lot more lightweight and luminous than the Tarte Shape Tape, so it's gonna look more skin-like. This is in the shade Medium 1.5 Macadamia. I like to get, again, not too light of a shade either so that it blends in well to my tinted moisturizer. So I kind of just tap under the eyes, and I do use my finger for this because, again, fingers I feel like just make the makeup look the most like natural and lightweight. So I just kind of blend that into my under eye and make sure the edges are nice and blended so that it doesn't look like light coverage everywhere and then thick under the eyes. And then I will put a little like on my upper lip and right over this because I feel like when I do tan on my face, sometimes it makes above my lip just a little bit darker. And do that, and then tap over this so we can cover that up. Doesn't have to be perfect, like I know you're gonna see it, but just to kind of tone down that redness. Like obviously there's nothing I can do about that. I popped it till a scab happened, so like the scab is going to be there, but if I can kind of mute the redness and inflammation a little, that is the goal. The next product I'll be going in with is the Glossier Quartz Dew Effect Highlighter, and this is the color. It's like a really nice champagne, and it has a balm in the center, so it just looks really natural. And I'm just going to apply this to the high points of my face, just to kind of give even more of a glow. I feel like the glowier your complexion, like the more natural it looks and the more confident I feel when I'm doing a no makeup look. Sorry if I'm looking this way. I'm looking in the mirror, so I have to kind of see what I'm doing. So if you notice me doing that, I'm sorry, it's probably distracting, but that is what I'm doing. You can tell I haven't done any powders yet, it's all cream. So the last cream product that I'm gonna go in with is the Cloud Paint from Glossier. Glossier has some of my favorite products for really natural cream-based looks. This is in the shade Dusk, and I think it's kind of like this nude color. I feel like using a cream blush is perfect for a look like this, where you just want like a flush of color so that it looks like your natural like cheek is kind of popping through. I kind of just go on the apples with my fingers and blend back so there's no harsh lines or like separation between the apple and the rest of my cheek. I am gonna take a little bit of my Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer. This is a powder, but it has a shimmer in it, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of that just so we do kind of keep, you know, a little bit of definition. I love bronzing, so that's what I have to do. Like, I can't skip bronzer. And I do like cream bronzers for this as well, but sometimes I feel like a shimmery powder bronzer does the same thing, but it's a little bit quicker. So I kind of just want to add like a little bit of that, you know, on the eyelids, on the perimeter, not a ton, because again, you don't want to add too much powder product or too harsh of a contour or anything. You want everything to be very soft and seamless. So after that, I am not going to powder really anything besides taking just a little bit underneath of my eyes so nothing gets creasy. I'm going to take my Laura Mercier and actually put it on my ring finger, and I just tap under my eyes because I feel like it just gets absorbed right where I want it, and there's like no excess powder to look dry or take away from the no makeup look we are going for. I'm just gonna put a little bit of powder in my T-zone to not look too oily. Okay, I feel like that tones it down a little where it's not just like with the like glowiness. I love the glow, but I just want to make sure that it's not like crazy. I'm actually not going to put on a powder highlight at all, just because I want to keep everything looking like glow from within, very soft. So I'm just going to leave it with kind of the glow that comes from the Halo Scope and the Charlotte Tilbury. So then we're going to move on to brows, and this is something that I think is very crucial for this look. So for brows, you do not want to go overboard, because that can basically ruin the look and make it super obvious that you're wearing makeup. You want to do basically the bare minimum, like whatever you have to do to make it look like your face is framed nicely. So I just take the lightest hand at the front and kind of go along the bottom very lightly and do kind of just feathered strokes to create a little bit of a shape, and then go a little bit at the front lightly as well. And that is it for like coloring in or filling in. I'm not gonna like create a big arch or elongate them a ton. I'm just gonna kind of fill in what I feel like it needs and then not do anything else. And another thing I always do is I really brush through them, because that makes such a difference. Like already, you know, they looked a little bit too dark for the look I'm going for, so I just really brush through and disperse the product, and then they're back to looking a lot more manageable and natural. And then I am gonna go in with my Anastasia clear brow gel, because I think that fluffy brows just look natural. So I kind of just lightly feather them up. I feel like the more individual hairs you can see, it just makes it look so much more like no makeup. So that's what I like to do for that. And then for mascara, mascara is obviously something that you're gonna tell you're wearing makeup. But I think this Glossier mascara is super good with just making it like a natural kind of light, I don't know, light layer. It gives it like a tiny bit of fluff, but it isn't thick, because again, you don't want to go no makeup look, so sheer on everything, and then so heavy on the brows or the eyes. You want to do consistent application. So I didn't want to ignore the eyes, because I wanted to have something there, but I just didn't want it to not make sense with the rest of the makeup. So that is what we've got. And then the last thing is lips. What I'm going to do is just apply the Glossier Clear Lip Gloss. Just to give your lips, you know, like a healthy, like little gloss without having like a color or having something like really obvious. I'm not going to be doing lip liner or an opaque lipstick. I'm just going to do a clear gloss. Alright you guys, and that is it. This is it for my no makeup routine. I'll show you guys kind of how the makeup is looking, and basically the goal here is to make it look as close to just my skin, how I look, not adding too much of anything. So we kept with cream products, sheer products, neutral colors, and just tried to kind of enhance what you naturally are working with. So just covering up blemishes, keeping the skin really glowy and natural, and then, you know, not using like colors. I'm just using a clear gloss, really lightweight mascara. This is one of my favorite looks to do because it's so easy. It's really quick too when I'm not explaining it. I can do this look so fast, obviously, because it's a no makeup look. So I hope this gave you guys some ideas if you also are needing just like a quick, super natural look on those days where, like tonight, I'm going to my church small group. So like I don't need full-on makeup, but I also want to do like a little bit of something. So this is like my favorite look to do for something like that. I feel like it's so practical. Everybody needs a really quick go-to look. I would really recommend this Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This has become such a staple in my routine, whether I'm doing a full glam look or a no makeup look. I just think it truly enhances your skin and makes it look like no other product that I have. And I rave about this forever, the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. It's my favorite tinted moisturizer. I couldn't recommend it more. And then I feel like if you are going for a light, glowy, fresh look, Glossier is some of my go-to products. I used 4 of them in today's video. I have the Dusk Cloud Paint, the Glossier Halo Scope, I use the mascara, and also the lip gloss. I just feel like it's such a staple brand for a natural, no makeup look. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys liked it and it gave you some ideas for your no makeup look. If you guys did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!